The United States Marine Corps has always been known for its expeditionary character, for being the first force to arrive on hostile shores and secure a beachhead under fire. To make this possible, the Marines have relied for decades on armored amphibious vehicles that can launch from the sea, swim through rough waters, and fight once they reach land. For a long time, the AAV-7 Assault Amphibious Vehicle carried this responsibility, a vehicle that entered service in the 1970s and became an iconic part of Marine amphibious doctrine. But as time passed, the AAV-7 grew outdated. It lacked the protection against modern threats like improvised explosive devices. It was slower and less maneuverable than required, and its electronics and communications no longer matched the needs of the 21st century battlefield. The Marines needed a replacement, something that could not only swim ashore but also survive once it reached the land. Out of this requirement was born the Amphibious Combat Vehicle, or ACV, the newest armored platform designed to give Marines the edge in future conflicts. At its core, the ACV represents a balance between two very different worlds: the demands of naval operations at sea and the brutal realities of mechanized combat on land. Few vehicles in the world are asked to perform well in both environments, and the challenge of designing such a machine is enormous. The ACV had to be buoyant, seaworthy, and capable of launching from Navy amphibious ships several miles offshore. At the same time, it had to carry Marines through urban battlefields, resist roadside bombs, protect against armor-piercing weapons, and operate alongside tanks and infantry fighting vehicles. This combination of requirements made the ACV one of the most ambitious armored vehicle programs in decades. The contract to build this machine was awarded to BAE Systems, one of the largest defense contractors in the world, with the Italian company Iveco Defense Vehicles providing the design. The result is a vehicle that looks modern and robust, a far cry from the boxy silhouette of the old AAV-7. The ACV has a sleek, sloped front for better hydrodynamics in water, heavy armor plating across its body, and a design optimized for both protection and mobility. It is 30 tons of steel and technology, powered by a 700 horsepower engine that allows it to travel at speeds of 65 miles per hour on land and 6 miles per hour in water. These numbers may not sound impressive for a car, but for a vehicle that is both an armored personnel carrier and a boat, they represent a remarkable engineering achievement. The most important feature of the ACV is its survivability. Unlike the old AAV, which offered only basic armor protection, the ACV is built to withstand improvised explosive devices, roadside bombs, and heavy machine gun fire. Its V-shaped hull deflects blast energy away from the crew compartment, a design borrowed from mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles that proved their worth in Iraq and Afghanistan. Inside, Marines sit on blast-attenuating seats that further reduce the risk of injury from explosions. The vehicle can carry 13 fully armored Marines in addition to its crew of 3, giving a full squad the ability to move from sea to shore safely. The ACV also comes equipped with advanced electronics, something the old AAV never had. It features modern battle management systems, secure radios, and digital connectivity that allow Marines inside the vehicle to communicate with other units, share real-time data, and integrate into the wider U.S. military network. This digital backbone is essential in modern warfare, where situational awareness can mean the difference between life and death. The ACV is not just a transporter, it is part of the information battlefield. When comparing the ACV to its predecessors and competitors, its advantages become clearer. The AAV-7 could carry more Marines, up to 21, but it sacrificed protection to do so. And in modern battlefields, that trade-off is no longer acceptable. The ACV's smaller passenger capacity is balanced by its superior armor and survivability. Compared to vehicles like the Russian BTR-82 or the Chinese ZBD-05 Amphibious Infantry Fighting Vehicle, the ACV has heavier protection and more advanced electronics, even if those foreign vehicles may have faster water speeds. But the U.S. Marines have prioritized survivability and networked warfare over raw swimming speed, recognizing that once ashore, the real fight will begin on land. Interestingly, the ACV also represents a change in Marine Corps doctrine. For decades, the focus was on massive amphibious assaults, waves of armored vehicles charging onto beaches under covering fire. Today, such operations would be extremely risky against modern anti-ship missiles and drones. Instead, the Marines envision a more distributed form of warfare, with smaller units landing in multiple locations, using speed, stealth, and advanced communications to outmaneuver an enemy. The ACV is perfect for this new doctrine. It is not a vehicle designed for mass beach assaults like Normandy. It is designed for precision insertions, survivability, and integration with a high-tech force. Beyond its basic troop carrier role, the ACV is also designed to evolve. The Marines have planned several variants, including the ACV-30, with a powerful 30mm cannon turret, turning the vehicle into a formidable infantry fighting vehicle capable of engaging enemy armor and fortifications. Another version, the ACV Command and Control, is equipped with advanced communication systems to serve as a battlefield hub. There is also the ACV Recovery Unit, designed to support damaged vehicles in combat zones. This modular approach ensures that the ACV will not be a one-dimensional platform, but a family of vehicles that can adapt to different roles. One of the most interesting aspects of the ACV program is how much emphasis is placed on its future growth potential. The vehicle has been designed with extra space, power capacity, and digital infrastructure to allow upgrades in the years ahead. This could include active protection systems that shoot down incoming rockets, unmanned turrets controlled remotely from inside the vehicle, or integration with drones that provide reconnaissance and targeting information. In this way, the ACV is not just a solution for today, but a platform that can grow with the demands of tomorrow's battlefields. Critics, of course, point out that no vehicle is perfect. Some Marines have noted that the ACV, while well protected, is heavier and less nimble in the water than the older AAV-7. Its top water speed of 6 miles per hour is slower than the Chinese ZBD-05, which can reach over 15 miles per hour in calm seas. This means that in a head-to-head race, the ACV is not the fastest amphibious vehicle. But defenders of the program argue that raw speed is less important than protection, and that the ACV's true value lies in its survivability and integration into a modern combat network. After all, a faster vehicle that is destroyed upon arrival is of little use. The development of the ACV has not been without challenges. In 2020, the Marines suspended operations of the ACV fleet after several accidents in rough surf conditions raised safety concerns. The program was paused while engineers investigated and improved the vehicle's design. This showed both the difficulty of creating a truly amphibious combat vehicle and the caution with which the Marines approached its introduction. Since then, modifications have been made, and the vehicle has been steadily integrated into Marine units, with full operational capability expected within the next few years. Looking at the bigger picture, the ACV embodies the U.S. military's approach to modernization. Incremental but decisive, combining combat experience with cutting-edge technology. It's not the flashiest vehicle on the battlefield, nor the fastest in the water, but it represents a careful balance of survivability, mobility, and adaptability. In many ways, it symbolizes the Marines' shift from the warfare of the past, large-scale beach assaults, to the more complex, distributed, and technology-driven conflicts of the 21st century. In conclusion, the Amphibious Combat Vehicle is more than just a replacement for the old AAV-7. It is a statement of intent. It tells the world that the U.S. Marine Corps remains committed to its amphibious roots, but is adapting to the new realities of modern warfare. It is a vehicle that protects its Marines, connects them digitally to the larger force, and gives commanders flexible options in both sea and land operations. While it may not be the fastest or the largest, it is arguably the most balanced and survivable amphibious vehicle in service today. And as technology advances, the ACV is poised to become even more capable, ensuring that the Marines can continue to live up to their reputation as the tip of the spear in America's military power projection. What are your thoughts on the ACV? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to Military World to get our latest videos straight to your notifications.